The Bethel Public Library's mission is to strengthen our community through our cultural, informational, educational, and recreational services. This mission has been the driving force for change over the last several years. The library has been a growing institution, expanding our programming, circulation, and technological capabilities. Leading up to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, the library was on track to hit all its benchmarks for the year in circulation, programming, outreach, and building usage. Once the pandemic shut down the state, the library had to move very quickly to redesign our services to safely meet the needs of the community, starting with the essentials. Because we have spent the last several years expanding our digital services, training staff, and providing them with equipment to work from any location, we were in a good position to move the majority of our services online.
We have expanded our ability to work remotely, providing customer assistance from home through a soft phone app, live chat on our website, and email. The soft phone app and live chat were the first steps in providing virtual reference to the community. This was followed up with reference services through video conferencing. As many of our residents began to use Zoom and similar services, we provided introductory lessons and continue to help the public navigate these new platforms today. Once staff were equipped to assist patrons from home, the library website was converted to a virtual library with easy-to-navigate buttons that showcased our online services. Staff then created video tutorials for the virtual library that walked people through accessing databases, downloading ebooks, utilizing job and career resources, and state library digital resources. Based on all the positive feedback on the new website, we will continue to use a virtual library format in the future. We've expanded our database resources, providing access to Ancestry.com from home, adding Mometrics, a database for test preparation for everything from SATs to real estate exams, as well as Scholastic Teachables, which provides printable mini-books, activity sheets, and lessons for pre-K to 6th grade. Our newest addition to databases is Help Now, which provides live tutors Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m., as well as language assistance, writing support, and virtual study rooms. Once the library building was prepared for library staff to safely return to work, steps were taken to turn our programming room on the main floor into a socially distant computer lab, where staff could safely help the public by providing access to the internet, photocopying, scanning, faxing services, and even in-person reference assistance. In order to accomplish this, staff were trained to use remote desktop software to assist patrons at computers from the reference desk. Patrons are able to check email, schedule DMV appointments, renew their licenses, take training and certification classes, and most recently, schedule COVID vaccine appointments.
Once we had the necessary services up and running, we moved our focus to circulation. Immediately following the closing of the building, the process of applying for a library card was moved online. In the first 3 months, we created over 100 library cards. Forms were completed electronically, and library information was emailed back to the community member. Having a library card provided Bethel residents with electronic materials, including books, audiobooks, movies, TV shows, and magazines and newspapers, including the New York Times. We were able to almost double the amount of electronic content available to the community, and it was well used. We saw a substantial jump in usage in mid-March. The next step was addressing the circulation of physical items and the community's ability to browse our collections. Curbside pickup services were established in May, and this service picked up traction quickly. Patrons were able to place items on hold through the online catalog, by phone, or by browsing our newly created virtual bookshelves. From September to December, patrons were able to enter the library and browse the new collections in children's space. In order to physically reopen these spaces, the floor plan needed to be changed, and bookcases were spread out through all open areas. Once we had to pause lobby services, we introduced the Bag of Books program. After a patron completed a short online questionnaire, staff would fill a bag with anywhere from 2 to 40 books based on the patron's responses.
Once the building closed, staff had to reimagine what programming was going to be in an online environment. While we couldn't put people in the same room, We had the skills, knowledge, and the technology to put people face-to-face virtually and provide a wide range of online programming experiences by using a mix of social media platforms such as Facebook Live, Zoom, and YouTube. To stay physically connected to the community, we were present at the farmers market. We conducted socially distanced story times on the library lawn. We offered hybrid book clubs and set up a parking lot sunshine table to offer library services and to actually talk face-to-face with patrons. We introduced passive events such as virtual escape rooms for children, teens, and adults, an online summer reading challenge for all ages, STEM challenges, and scavenger hunts. With the help of the Boy Scouts and the Friends of the Bethel Public Library, the story walk was erected around the exterior of the building. This is a delightful intergenerational way for children and adults to enjoy reading and the outdoors at the same time. This winter, we launched a new programming plan for kids and teens that include early literacy and science story times, STEM programs, comic book design, and a graphic novel book club. We introduced an online bi-monthly chess program that will be competing in an interlibrary virtual tournament in the spring. For adults, we reintroduced technology and computer classes virtually, offered alternative book clubs and special lectures, including focusing on genealogy using Ancestry.com, women in arts, how to cut the cord, and we plan on to continue to expand these types of services, focusing on a workshop for writers and virtual travel. Our monthly trivia program has been highly successful and is drawing new patrons, creating a new sense of virtual community. No one knows what the timeline will be for libraries to safely open to the public, but we're committed to recalibrating in a virtual environment and providing uninterrupted services. While face-to-face programming will resume once it is safe to convene groups, many, if not all, of the hybrid and virtual services will continue unabated, increasing accessibility for those who are physically unable to come to the library. Moving into fiscal year 2022, as the library fully reopens, most, if not all, of these services will remain in place.
This year, we are asking for a flat budget in order to continue the new services introduced in the last 11 months and reinstitute the services we were providing prior to March 13th of 2020.